Hello everyone, and here we are live back again at Hefe Sports Hobbies, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Baltimore Celebfest that happened this past Sunday. Let's get the day right. May 21st, 2023. Another great show that never disappoints. Now, it wasn't one of their biggest shows, but either way, I thought it was great. You were walking around. There was fans, there was wrestling, meeting in with the fans, talking to them, walking around. I believe that was the best type of atmosphere to have, especially at this show, because you were able to get in, walk around, talk to people. You could talk to any wrestler for free. You didn't even have to buy anything, which I thought was like worth the price of admission. And I was happy that I got to meet some people that I've seen at shows before, but I never got a chance to meet. Or at least get their autograph and things like that. But I give, a lot of people are saying it wasn't the best show. I still give it a 10 out of 10. I met people from London. I met a couple people that were fans of Hefe Sports Hobbies. We got pictures with the belt. So it was really cool to meet people to say that, coming up to me saying, hey Hefe, hey Jeff, my name is so-and-so. I watch your show with my dad. That right there is just an amazing, gift that someone could say to me, or compliment that you're watching this little fun little show or YouTube channel or Instagram page with your family. And that's why I try to make this as friendly to everyone as possible. So thank you for everyone who stopped by and said hi. There were some other people that said they didn't even know about the Baltimore Celebfest until they saw my video from the last, I believe it's been 3 now. This has been my 4th one, I believe. So I'm really, really excited that people are recognizing Hefe Sports Hobby, see me around, and saying hi, which you all could always come over and say hi. So, but a day filled with professional wrestlers, personalities, and legends, icons, and Hall of Famers of the ring. So let's go ahead. I started off with Jim Ross on this AEW, relic card. If you look on the back, it says this card actually is a part of fabric from one of Jim Ross's shirts. So I was a little upset. I tried a new way to film walking around stuff. I have a little clip on my book bag. I guess I did not hit record when I met Jim Ross, only a little bit prior. But I asked him, I said, what was this piece from me? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I have a lot of burgundy shirts, so I'm assuming it's probably Boom Sooners football fan, so I'm sure probably from one of those. But it was just kind of neat because he was like, I don't know, and he was reading the back a little bit, and then the autograph didn't come out too great, but nonetheless, it was a nice autograph. Nice to meet him. I met him once before back at the big event 10. Goldberg was there, and I met him and Jerry Lawler. Did not get a picture, but I got an autograph of both of them. So that was probably, well, now that I think about that, it was probably 7 years ago because I went right around my 30th birthday. So it was nice to see Jim, see that he was doing well. He was very lively and, talking to all the fans and, thanking everyone for coming by. So that was great to see good old JR once again. So went from Jim Ross over to the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, right here. I was very excited to see him. It was cool because I saw him talking to somebody when he was walking up to the table. I gave him a fist pound. He's like, hey man. I was like, hey Mark. So then the coolest thing ever, the Godwins come over. Henry O. Godwin and Phineas Godwin came over and started talking, and they were talking for a few minutes. So that was kind of neat. It's just so funny because in 1997, 1998, when you see all these people on TV, you just don't think you're going to see them 5 feet away talking to each other, catching up just like they're old friends, just like what we all do when we see our friends. So he, by far, Mark Henry got a 10 out of 10 on my wrestler rating. So I wanted to get a cool picture. I was at WrestleMania 29, but I didn't have any photos from then. So then I was like, all right, I'm just going to have to pick out an 8x10 for when I go there. And this was the last one. And I wanted him to write that famous quote from his famous promo, I got a lot left in the tank, and then Mark Henry. And it's really cool. He went ahead, he did it. I had a blue paint pen. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but in the picture that I posted here, you'll be able to see it a lot better. But it's even cool. So he wrote, I got a lot left in the tank. No problem. and then wrote his signature, and then he drew like a person kind of like lifting weights inside his little Y. So he was super cool, super nice. I tried to get him to say, I got a lot left in the tank, and he was like, you got to come back a little later, and I did not. But, you know, it was cool to interact with him. Very nice, very jovial, laughed a lot, just excited to be there. So very grateful to have such a great experience with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. So what's going on? I believe the next person I went to was Rikishi, WWE Hall of Famer, or back in the day, Fatu. So I have a couple Hasbros that are still mint on card, so I'm trying to get them autographed. If I find ones that I can afford, I try and get them and hopefully get them signed one day. So I had Samu, and now I have Fatu, and I asked him to write head shrinkers, and he wrote WWF below it. So that was pretty cool. And then the other neat thing about meeting Rikishi is that I had my Hefe Sports Hobbies belt, and then Samu goes, "Did you make that?" So I was kind of looking at Fatu because I like it when I like seeing them sign their name. I don't know, it's just a little fun. I don't know, it's just a little thing I like to do. So I like seeing the person sign their name because I just think it's neat. And then Fatu was like, or I'm sorry, then Samu was like, "Did you make that belt?" So I picked it up and I showed it to him. And he was kind of holding it, so that was kind of neat, asking me questions about the Sweet Sig Championship. So, and a lot of people asked what that was, what the title was, and I kind of just explained through my Instagram page. So thank you for everyone who took liking into it, and so on and so forth. So it's the Wild Samoans, the head shrinkers, great experience. So I got Samu signed, I have Hacksaw Jim Duggan signed, and now I have Fatu signed. So I got 3 Hasbros to add to the collection. So looking forward to that, and we're going to be talking about Hacksaw here in a little bit. So the next person that I was looking for was Jay Lethal and Tatanka. So I eventually I'm walking around, where's Jay Lethal, where's Jay Lethal? I found out that he had to not make it last minute, which is fine. I'm sure in the world of professional wrestling, things pop up, so can't complain about that. So I'm like, I was like, who am I going to go to? What am I, am I going to go meet somebody new? Is he eventually going to come? So I found out he wasn't coming. So then eventually I found our main man, Tatanka. So I've been a fan of Tatanka for a long, long time. One of my childhood favorites for sure. And I always heard, he follows me on Hefe Sports Hobbies from probably for the last 2 years or so. I guess, well, it's this year 3, so probably in the middle of year 1 to year 2, he started following me. And he does TTM. He's a little sporadic, but I wanted to meet Tatanka. I wanted to get a picture of him. He's the only wrestler I got a picture with that day. So I got him to sign a card, and this is from Italy, I believe. This is part of the Merlin collection, so I wanted something a little bit different than just a regular card. He had a lot of cool 8x10s there. There's one where he's backdropping the Mountie, so I almost was like, maybe I'll get that instead, and then I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just get with what what I intended to. But he was super great. Another 10 out of 10 on my wrestler rating. He was super great. Remember seeing him wrestle at Hershey Park, Pennsylvania back in the day. I remember a match distinctly. He's wrestling, I believe he was wrestling either Shawn Michaels or Max Moon, as I kind of recall. I could see him running around the ring and stuff, tomahawk chopping everybody. So a great experience with Tatanka. So thank you for Tatanka. Thank you once again for supporting Hefe Sports Hobbies, being so nice and great to your fans, and he was so gracious. So, and the other thing, right after me, this was cool because I used to have those Tatanka foam tomahawks from back in the day, but probably from just wrestling around or playing with it, the head broke off, and then, well, I'm sure it all went to the trash at one point. But someone had one and got it signed, so that was super cool just to see cool old vintage stuff like that. So that was pretty neat. The next person I went to was Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I met him last summer when I was with Emily, and Emily was with me, and I got him to sign my Hasbro. But these are the 1990 classic cards that I've been trying to get as many as I can signed from. This is my childhood collection, so for those that are around and still signing, I'm still trying to get them all signed as many as I can. So either through TTM or at shows. So Hacksaw, you know what? He looked at my belt and he was like, I'm like, you should be the champ. And he's like, he is so nice. I go, he should be the champion of being like the nicest wrestlers of all time. Like, he's up there with Tatanka. So, also gracious to meet him. He asked how I was doing. I told him that I was engaged to the First Lady, and he congratulated me. So, he was super cool and super nice. And, you know what, just another great memory to add, you know, to the Hefe Sports Hobbies universe. So. And then the last person, I guess this kind of replaced Jay Lethal a little bit, was Ahmed Johnson. Let me see if I can get this in here. There we go. I'll set it just like that. Was Ahmed Johnson. So I went over. I saw him there. He looked great. And I was like, who do I go to? I was trying to figure out who I go. I said, who haven't I've never met before? I've never seen on a show, and Ahmed Johnson was him. And I said, I want to go over there. I want to start a project piece. So I got this with a Sweet Sig signed in red. This is my first ever red paint pen or autograph in general. But now that I can go ahead and get this worked on for other shows, because I like doing projects that allows you to cut down on having stuff. But I always see Ron Simmons at shows. D'Lo not so often, but it's a good one to strive for. And then The Godfather's always at shows as well. So I got Farouk through TTM before, but never met him. And then now I have D'Lo and actually The Godfather to meet finally. So I kind of wanted to do it. I know they went to shows, so now it's a cool little project piece. In my mind, Ahmed and D'Lo are probably the hardest ones to get. So that was a pretty cool day at the Baltimore Celebfest. I can't complain. I enjoyed it. It wasn't stressful at all. People were talking to you. People were coming up and saying hi. So I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I can't wait to the next one. Maybe complete this, see who else is coming, and then we're going to go ahead and go from there. So I hope you all enjoyed this. For those that came by and said hi to me, for those that I met for the first time, thank you, because this is Hefe Sports Hobbies, where those autographs come to the mail. Sometimes we go to those wrestling conventions, and the stories continue to last forever. Peace out, people. Be safe, because I will be seeing you all